Oh, come on, you! No! We were so close to getting Shulk down! I mean, there's nothing else we could do to buff our characters at this point. We're just gonna have to come back and try again later, I guess.
Just do as I say, okay?
Who else?
I guess we'll just have to explore the world and level up a bit more. Something. Well, I guess one of the things that we can do is we can do some more side quests around the area, like checking in with Bobby, or Bobi, or whatever their name is. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of new things that we can turn in. A reward that due to friends today, please to make best possible use of. Choose Armlet Silver. Okay. I mean, I think I've definitely got more. What else have you got for me? Maybe some of these items alone will be enough to kind of buff our abilities. So that gave us Hooves Armlet and Swam's Armlet. Oh, Amulet. I'm sorry, these are amulets. Right, amulets is what he was talking about. He's giving us amulets. Okay. I mean, I guess that's all of the ones that we had that we could turn in. 6 out of 6. Is the quest done, or are there more? I'm not actually sure. If you want to know something funny, I actually just started editing these videos, so I just finished editing episode 3. I am already sick of my own nonsense, I gotta tell you. I started editing episode 1, I was like, this is pretty good, everything's going pretty well. I got to episode 2, and I was like, boy, I'm just running around a lot. And then I got to 3, and I was like, okay, when do I start doing the plot? When is it taking too long? So I get it now. I've been where you're at in the editing seat. I know what it looks like. I'm gonna do better. With that said, we need to level up a little bit. At least I assume that's what I need to do, so that I can defeat Rex and Shulk more easily. So I'm having a look here at the request board. We're gonna do some quests around the area, and just see where that gets us. I mean, we could just do this, but that's not what we're gonna do. So first up on the agenda, we have to defeat this Rumo Kapiba, which looks like it's going to be just a walk in the park. I mean, look at it. It's all cute and fuzzy. It can't possibly put up much of a fight. Alright, yeah. Turns out it was pretty easy. Now we're here to take down some Quadwings, and I don't know if we're supposed to be fighting all of them? 5 of them? Yeah. It'll take a bit longer, but it won't be difficult, I don't think. Yep, also pretty straightforward. And then finally, for the trio from the request board, someone dropped a book, and it's literally, we were just over there for the quest before last. I wish I'd realized these were right next to each other. Hopefully the book's just lying around and we don't have to fight anything for it, because that would just be deeply unfortunate were that the case. Also, got it. Then we don't even have to take it back to them. Darn it. I just opened up Enel's YouTube channel to see if he had a guide for setting up Nikol or Glimmer's classes, so I could just do whatever he tells me to do instead of having to... It kind of helps cheese a little bit, but he doesn't have one yet. He's got one for Rex, and Matthew, and Shulk. So that's sad. If you're not familiar with Enel, would have never gotten through Xenoblade Chronicles X without just spam watching his guides. So I guess we will have to just keep doing quests and trying to level up. Yow! Yow! What is your quest? Alright, so it turns out we had an Agnian and a Kevesi, who are both former resource managers for their colonies, and they noticed that supplies were dwindling back at our base of operations, and told us that there was a cache of supplies. I believe it was a Agnian cache that had Kevesi supplies, or maybe Kevesi cache that had Agnian supplies. One of the two, and it's inside of this depot where we've actually been before. We stumbled in here, I think it was episode 2 or 3? One of those. Probably... I don't actually know. But I remember thinking it was a little bit weird that this was all here. Of course, it's overrun with monsters, but we can deal with them now as we're not remarkably underleveled for the area. That's not the right word, but last time we were here was a bit of a disaster. We had to just run through them. Whereas this time, I mean, as you can probably tell, this is going to be a walk in the park. We're just waltzing through here like a beautiful day where we walk places. And remember, with our current soup option queued up, or whatever our meal is, it might not actually be a soup. We actually want to maintain combat with all of these guys, so that we don't accidentally... I can't do words right! We want to make sure that we don't leave combat, so we get all the big fat bonuses at the end. Because they build, they stack. So Eow and Peridot think that they can manage to get the supplies back by themselves with the help of Islav and I. I'm inclined to trust their judgment on the matter. And they did it! The place is looking a whole lot better for all of their effort. So another quest complete. Got a nice little chunk of XP for that. I wonder where we're at now. 42. I think we were at 42 when we started the quest. I might be wrong. We might have been at 41. I can't remember. Alright, so I shuffled everyone's accessories around a little bit. And now we're going to head to the canteen to see what we could possibly have to do here. Cooking with Rex Part 1. I think this is just going to be a series of us trying different recipes to see if Rex knows how to make them. That's exactly what it is. Get ingredients, cook food, and you get a recipe out of it, which isn't too shabby. Not a lot of XP, but still, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it. Enjoy doing it is a bit of an exaggeration. We didn't really do much. This, though, looks like it's just going to trigger when we wander in here. So it's got to be a good one. Whole gang's here. What you got on your mind there, Rex? Ah, Linka, got a moment. Certainly, boss. What is it? Yeah, what is it? Oh my gosh, we just made up something for Linka to go do. We could tell it's going to be Linka's birthday soon. Are we going to throw her a party? This does not seem like the right time. Go get some prezzies in. Admit I would have killed to have the VA read that. Oh my gosh, it's another cooking one. We're gonna make her favorite dish. My man has literally dragged us out here to go fishing for whatever this thing is, with everything else going on in the world. Okay, well, looky here. We fished for the wrong thing. Turns out it wasn't the large blue tentacled beast. But look, we're getting some information here. You know what Dad could be like, boss. Never one to sweat the finer details, was he? Didn't we have, like, a wild theory before? Seriously? Did we have a wild theory before that she could be, like, Pandoria's and Zeke's daughter? I mean, maybe I wasn't so wild after all. She has that look about her, and that definitely sounds like a Zeke sort of a thing. Oh, and she likes it, even though we screwed it up, so it's all good. I'm very glad I got to learn from you. Oh, Linka, don't break our hearts here. Sweetheart. Oh, my goodness. Uncle Rex, what a guy, and we can make more of that if we want to. Linka's birthday. What a fun one. I wish we'd gotten a little bit more detail about her parents. I kind of like getting better when they just outright say things, as opposed to implying them, but still. I have a question. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade, because we have just the right amount of Testudo shoulder guns. I can upgrade everyone's tool one more time. This isn't going to come back to bite us upgrading theirs, though, right? I don't think it actually applies during the fight, because they're also, like, down-leveled, so I'm assuming they have, like, a set kind of characteristics for the fight. Speaking of, let's go do the fight again. I would actually really like to beat them this time, because I'm actually very much interested in progressing the plot. It's been a little while, it's been a hot minute, I'm ready to get out of here and carry on to wherever we're going next. The mountains, to fight the Alvis, all that good stuff. I'm about to lose my healer again. Maybe attacking Shulk out the gate is not the right move, because we made it so much further the time we focus all of our efforts on Rex. Okay, well, she's down again. So, once more, there's no chance of winning this fight. I wish that I had some more gem unlocks, some more accessory unlocks. I mean, I guess I could go into affinity growth, but I don't have hardly any affinity points to spend. Oh wait, I actually have none. I just realized I have no affinity points to spend, so we're just gonna have to figure this out with tactics, right? Here's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, listen. Obviously, Rex is DPS here, right? So we should probably focus on him, because he's the one dealing most of the damage. And that's the only reasoning I've got. Maybe I need to alternate between them to make sure that we keep our aggro up against both of them, but then again, if we focus on Rex and every so often Shulk makes us attack him, that might be enough to make that happen. Actually, it makes way more sense now that I'm thinking, now that I'm saying all of this out loud, when you consider the fact that Rex, he's not going to have as good a defense as Shulk, and he deals more damage, he's absolutely the one we should be fighting first. Why were we going after Shulk first? Oh, because sometimes he chains onto, or we chain onto him, that is why. Not to, like, jinx it or anything, but just going in with the strategy. That's literally all that changed between literally the last attempt and this one. We didn't change anything in our loadout. We just went in being reasonable with the plan, And the plan is working. It's just Shulk now. Rex is passed out cold on the ground. This is just like a walk in the park fight now. Would you just actually think through the tactics? Yeah, look at us go. Look at us go. Well, we did it. We beat him. So the student has surpassed the teacher. Look at us go. Except for in the cutscene, where that's not happening.
Let's make this the decider.
Yeah.
Brace.
Just a little more. We need to ride it out.
Oh?
That's
They're
it.
about to do some Ouroboros stuff. I forgot that was the point of this entire encounter.
Did we win?
Glimmer, look! Our terminals!
We did it?
Good job, kids. You earned that.
Whoa! Hey, did you see that?
Yes. The Ouroboros power level spiked to unprecedented heights.
Not too shabby, are they?
And it's not as if we went easy on them either.
Yeah. Feels like they whooped us, fair and square.
A fortuitous miscalculation on our part, shall we say.
So much for us playing the big folks' authority card.
You guys are okay, right?
Not too sure about that. Think I heard a rib crack earlier.
What? No way. Let me see. I can splint it until we can get you proper care.
These expressions are 10 out of 10.
Scared me. Don't even joke about things like that.
Good effort, team. Well impressed by what I saw out here today.
Yes. The fight should have been more than enough of a trigger for the Ouroboros stone.
Let's go back to Riku's place and make sure of that.
All right.
How the Ouroboros stone is doing.
I was sort of hoping that whatever this question mark is here, it would manifest itself after we finish that fight. But let's head out.
Nikol, Glimmer, good jobbings. Please to direct eyes hither.
The Ouroboros stone is glowing.
While it received biological data from friends, suddenly internal photon energy begin to exhibit signs of excitation. Without trace of error, Ouroboros stone undergo growth and power up greatly.
So does that mean our Ouroboros power grew as well?
Glimmer and Nikol linked to Ouroboros stone via terminal also should be powered up, yes.
Yeah, well, there ain't much room for doubt after that little performance. You did beat these two fine, strapping fellas.
Neither I nor Rex held back in our contest. There's no mistaking it. The two of them bested us under their own power. I take back what I said. As you are now, you're more than fit to contend with the likes of Alpha. Thank you so much.
And what have you got to say?
What I said before. You beat us, so you can do what you like.
So I guess that means you recognize our worth then, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Such a
You did good,
teenage
kid.
girl. My gosh.
Really.
Sure. Whatever.
Well, I'm glad everything worked out.
To protect their child, a parent is expected at times to set some firm ground rules. I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, I was trying to be firm, believe you me. But it looks like they had the strength to bend those rules. What can you do, eh? Something funny?
Oh, not at all. It just occurred to me. I didn't expect I'd ever get to celebrate seeing them grow again like this.
You and me both.
Even if we defeat Alpha, it won't change what fate has in store for them. When the time comes, what will you do?
We'll change it. Fate or what have you. It's a weird and twisted world out there, sure, but you know, I can't watch a kid go before their parent. I'm not letting that happen. No way.
I'll do anything that's in my power too. Even if it costs us our lives.
Don't tell me.
That's some unfortunate foreshadowing. We do know that they broke the system somehow, because it's described in those statues back in the city that the two of them were somehow able to live into their 80s, I want to say, or something like that, despite the fact that they are Kevesi and Agnium. Is it really at the expense of Rex and Shulk's lives? That would explain why they're not there in the base game. How are they still alive? How much time has passed since they entered Ionios? That's what I want to know. I thought it was a long time, but it must have happened recently, because it doesn't feel like there's been any sort of time shenanigans with like Linka, for example. They all seem to be aging normally, so I guess maybe it all just happened. I don't know anything other than that's their children. Confirmed, for real confirmed, not just strongly hinted at or implied. Now this Ontos could be Alvis nonsense. No, this is putting it all out there, just hammering it home, and I'm on board with it. There we go, there's that done. Strengthening Unity. Each item you collect from the Lessons in Unity series empowers a particular Unity pairing. A golden border around the icon indicates pairings that are empowered. Empowering a Unity pairing increases the impact of their Unity combo and the effect of their Unity skill. Be sure to review your Unity pairings after finding one of these items. Alright, Lessons in Unity Volume 10. Alright, well with that all out of the way, I think we're ready to progress to the next area.
So, I guess
After
we
this
should
discussion.
be able to reach Prison Island now.
All that's left is to make sure all our preparations are in order for the big day.
Let's get plenty of rest in, ensure we're in optimal form for it.
Sure. Once we're feeling ready, let's rest up in our tents.
Upgrade weapons, check equipment. We have to prepare as best we can.
I'm with you, man. It's good to be prepared. It's good to be ready. I'm ready, because I know that once we get there, we can literally leave at any time. We're not going to be locked into anything. I mean, if we are, the game will let us know there's a point of no return that we're in. They're pretty good about that. So, let's rest up.
Gotta take a break sometime.
Alright. I think we're as ready for tomorrow as we'll ever be. Might want to hit the sack sometime soon.
I'll be going straight to bed. Mind you don't oversleep, Matthew.
I wouldn't. Don't patronize me, damn it.
Rex and I have some last-minute I's to dot at the command center. We have to ensure things run smoothly in our absence.
Titan's foot, more paperwork? Awesome, can't wait.
I'll help you. I'll gladly lend a hand as well, boss. Better for you to be on top form when you head out.
Right. Then I guess we're going our separate ways for tonight. See you bright and early tomorrow.
So I guess Linka and Panacea are the founders who... Oh. Their statues are modeled after their mentors.
Kiddo. Cheers.
I'm not kiddo.
Ah, gotcha. Glimmer, I know. You need something from me? Someone, asked you to deliver a message, or...
Thank you.
Hmm?
I never got a chance to thank you.
What?
For saving me, that is.
Oh, it wasn't that big a deal. All in a day's work. Sorry for flipping out at you.
Oh. Spark you, how dare you? That was my first thought. But now I'm glad I'm here. Glad I can choose for myself.
That right?
Say. Your scar. That recent? What's the story?
Oh, this? Lost it in the fight with Alpha. And got sloppy and had to pay for it.
I'm sorry.
It's got its downsides, but I kinda like it. This guy I really looked up to. And an eye thing too.
Like
Couple
mentor?
of them, really.
Sounds nice. Hey, why do you do all this?
Why do I do all what now?
All the helping. It's nothing to do with you. But you risk a life and limb. Fighting to protect people you don't even know.
Smiles, I guess.
Smiles.
If through my fighting, someone out there gets to smile, that's the kind of world I want to help create.
And that's why you fight.
Yeah. And also... You're a little off. It's not nothing to do with me.
Huh.
Long as you're alive, you're always connected to others. We used to call it affinity or bonds.
Bonds?
Our meeting was the work of chance. Chance. That's what tied the bond between you and me. And now, we gotta protect that.
Well, Spark.
Protecting the world, see? It's just that simple.
That was lovely. You want to tell her about her 3 moms?
Is that everyone?
and 2 siblings? No? Okay.
We're missing Matthew.
That's worrying. Has something happened?
Oh, damn it! I overslept!
Pay off! Pay off to the joke!
Sorry, you guys. Sorry I'm late.
I cannot believe you actually overslept.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just couldn't settle down. I was tossing and turning like crazy.
Oh, diddums.
Gee, someone's got a sensitive constitution.
Matthew, sensitive.
You want to share your observations with the rest of the class, Nikol?
Oh, no. Nothing to add at this point.
I worry about the future sometimes. I'll move us right along, shall I? Let's talk about the route to Prison Island. You see that?
Yes.
Out the back of Colony 9?
Yes.
Is that a cave?
I wandered in
That's
there
right.
previously
That's
and
the
noted
first
that there was
waypoint.
nothing there.
There's a large pit beyond the cave, which would be difficult to scale by hand. Fortunately,
We've got the ether lift, right? One step ahead of you.
as you say, it'll be perfect for a field test.
Panacea, have you got what we spoke of?
Yes, teacher, and not a moment too soon.
Look at there. Okay. Trial black crystal. We're going to have to go find some more of those, I guess. Monochrome magnetite and a couple of ether
Thanks for your
cylinders.
hard
Perfect.
Just what the ether lift needed.
It's time to take Alpha down a notch and bring that L home. For better or worse, it's nearly over.
I mean,
First, Prison
in a
Island.
sense.
And then, Origin.
That's the thing I keep
Strap in,
remembering.
everyone. It'll be the ride of a lifetime.
None of this really matters. Because we know what happens in the base game. It's like Torna, I guess. At the end of the day, it is exactly like Torna, where they get us invested in this adventure and all these heroes, and every so often you just remember, oh, wait. Wait, I remember how this ends. Oh, no. Before we head down there, I did notice that there is yet another little quest over here at the canteen. Cooking with Rex Part 2. I wonder how many parts to this there are. At least they're quick. You know, you make the food, you eat it, you're done. I wanted to check in and see if any of these were kind of worth using, and there are some pretty solid ones in here. This one is EXP plus, so it's 20%. Versus what we were doing, which is 30, but it does also have a collectible boost. But I also don't have a humming plum, so let's get out of here. I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll be here. Like I say, once we get back to that region, we'll come back. I've already had a look at the affinity chart, and there's still a few more question mark quests to be completed, so we don't know what those are yet, and presumably they'll get unlocked as we go. And I'm definitely not going to go in and fight the final boss before I feel like I've kind of done everything that I want to do. So this isn't like we're full-on leaving and never coming back. This is just, for me at least, I'm considering this just advancing to the next region. I mean, we've still got a whole affinity scene back there that we've got to do once we reach the Black Rock, Ashy Mountain Town. Cannot remember what it's called. Good to see that this place has a purpose. Once constructed in the field, these structures project a rope of ether vertically, allowing you to move straight up or down them. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm so ready. We do not have enough of what we need to build more of these, I don't think. We'll need more of the crystals. And I don't know if we've ever gotten one of those. Presumably we need to go find some more fog beasts to fight to get those, or maybe closing. I mean, we've closed. Oh my gosh, this looks ridiculous. We've closed some fog portals in the past, so maybe we do have some. I'm not sure.
Kind of ruin?
That's exactly what this is. It's very well spotted, Glimmer. It is absolutely some kind of ruin, and we can get down there if we want to. Although I feel like the game wants us to go this direction. This definitely feels right. We're in the Ragmoss Desolation. There's stuff to find all around us. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of exploration to do around here as well. Okay, well that's a thing. That's a large group of people that the game probably wants me to go fight at some point. And speaking of people the game wants me to fight... This guy was just here. That's on me. I wasn't paying enough attention. I should have been keeping a lookout around the corners before we just ran out and got attacked. Oh, I see you, ladder. I mean, I don't know if you really have...
Yeah, these ruins are from a place called Tantal.
Oh!
Never thought I'd see them here.
How about that? Just straight up name drop Tantal. I'm sure I would have figured that out eventually, although maybe not. Without the snow, it might not be as painfully obvious. Alright, I realized that with the way that I said that, it made it sound like it was painfully obvious, but that's not what I meant to imply. No, I genuinely did not realize what this was. Oh my gosh, how high is this ladder? Also, we're now leaving that incursion zone, and I realized that one guy we fought counted as 1 of 14, so we're gonna have to fight him again. That's a big egg. That is a very big egg, and there's an affinity scene. What have you got for me, game?
We can see Prison Island from here.
That's Snowy Mountain. It's like Capricorn Peak in the upper reaches of Etia.
Yeah. Must be horribly cold there.
I see it's not just Valak Mountain. Some of Ulrest, too.
Yeah. Going by the Tantalese ruins there, it must have got fused with Genbu's interior, too.
I would hate to get stranded in a place like that.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that I don't have to try to guess what these regions are like I did in base game. They're just like, yeah, look, it's this and this squished together. Alright, you get the idea. I thought this was going to be oh, it's the Royal Green. I expected this to be like a really sort of in-depth thing we'd have to run our way through, like a maze of tunnels and whatnot, but no, fortunately not. Very good. I see that. I know we're kind of where we are now in comparison to where we were before, and I recognize that bridge down there. So I guess we'll go ahead and try to cross it. Should we fight the big egg? A Taos egg. This is a big egg. I don't know if we should bother, because surely this is gonna like hatch and have something awful inside of it. Here we go. Yeah, mini-lived Derrick. I need to get Rex either a gem or an accessory that leads us to generating less aggro, because all I'm doing is my normal attacks, and I get so much aggro. Neither Shulk nor Nikol can seem to keep it on them. I mean, I could just play differently, but I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that when I can do double spinning edge every 2 seconds? That's a way better tactic in terms of dealing damage. I don't know why I end up so close to the enemies. We don't have to stand close to them. We can get to them from back here and be inside of all of the buff rings. I mean, it's not good to keep everyone clumped together like this, because one big AoE attack can take us all down. But it doesn't really matter from my perspective, because if I go down with everyone else, like both of the healers, then everyone's down, and that's just the way that it is. But I've been having this problem with chain attacks lately, where both of my healers can now go over 100, and I'm wondering if it's because of the accessories I've given them to kind of change how they behave. I didn't think that it would make them no longer function as healers are meant to function in the game. Like, we do this attack here by Rex, right? 62, 64, beautiful. Plus 150, okay, 97. Well, I was gonna say, I would just want this to get it to 99. At this point, it doesn't matter. But just for demonstration purposes, yeah, let's say we do this. She's a healer, so it shouldn't go past that. But it absolutely does. Infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. I don't want to take what I've given her off, because it's great. I want her to keep it. But no. I'm not allowed to have nice things, I guess. Ah, the heck with it. Just do that, I guess. Who cares? What are we gonna do at this point? That's 182 all by itself. This is not going to defeat the darn creature, though, I'm sorry to say. Or, actually... No, it's not. That's just a darn freaking shame. So close. Just not allowed to have nice things, not even allowed to defeat the darn creature in the chain attack, even though it did admittedly get very close, and it looks like we are probably going to be able to defeat it with a double spinning edge. Ugh. Alright, nicely done, team. Let's get out of here. I think I was saying earlier, but if you kind of look down from, well, it was a lot easier to tell from way up high, but you can get an idea of where we are relative to where we've been, and it's going to be a little bit more obvious, I think, once we get on this bridge. So first things first, let's go ahead and just start with this guy, because we're going to have to clear all these guys out if we're going to progress forward. I don't think the game's giving us much of a choice. Not that some level 40 Kevesis are really going to be giving us any kinds of problems at all. In fact, so much so that we're not even bothering to be stealthy. We're just going in hot. I just realized that both of our healers are down. So, I mean, it definitely felt like this fight was going a lot better than it actually is, because we were just kind of wrecking shop, and now I see that, no, actually, everyone just died. Alright, let's not be so foolhardy this time. Let's try to get through here with a little bit of, intelligent tactical, and let's not be dumb. Alright, well, we ended up inadvertently, accidentally getting ourselves almost into the same position, but what I've done this time a little bit differently is I'm having them all attack the same opponent, so at least we're taking them down much more quickly. This way, my reasoning here was that we were all fighting different guys before, so none of them were getting defeated, so we were getting hit by a bunch of different people simultaneously, and this way, at least with every death, we're being attacked by that many people fewer, if that makes sense, and we're taking them down a lot more quickly. So there we go, that's the emblem taken care of, and then there's only like 3 guys left, and I think they're just kind of hanging out over here, so... yeah, no worries. I think we've got this aced. I think we're all attacking the emblem right now. I don't think these 2 guards even care that we're here. I'm not even entirely sure if they've noticed that we're here. They certainly don't seem to be bothered about the fact that we're here. Interesting. Right. Well, with those guys cleared out, I think we now have an opportunity to explore a little bit and get sort of familiar with this territory that we're moving through. It definitely looks like there's still more baddies, but they're not necessarily part of that incursion any longer. So these are the black shards, and we have 7 of those. I don't see any black crystals, though, which is what I think we need to go straight up and down. Although that might have been just to build the contraption. The reason I'm raising these questions is because, even though we're up here now, oh, and the whole point I've been trying to make is that you can see all of this down here from up here, just to kind of give you a perspective of where we are relative to places we've been before, and where we're trying to get right now is across that bridge from earlier, and then over to here. The point I'm trying to make is that this hole, this stupid hole here. See, obviously what we're meant to do here is build an ether lift. But yeah, we have to have black crystal. Just realized that we never actually bothered to see what was back here earlier. And oh, there's an ether lift.
We could set something up here, right?
I mean, does that just go back up again? I don't have another black crystal to spend, so I don't know how critical, or useful that'll be. Oh my gosh, there's a child. It's just a boy here. Hey, little boy, is that maybe your sister that we found earlier? Who are you? I think we found a little girl in a cave. I'm Matthew from the city, like you. You okay? Are you all alone? My name's Axel. I'm looking for my parents and my little sister Finley. How about that? Ah, so you're Axel. Finley's told us about you. Oh, you found Finley? She's in our care, yeah, safe and snug. She's been worried about you, you know. Can you take me to her? Sure thing, bud. Come on, we'll go together. Will we? Or will we fade to black? Okay, yeah, he's there fine. Cool. Alright, worth coming down here then. There is a lot of fog around here, now that I'm kind of moving deeper into this territory. Here is a fog rift. If it drops some fog crystal, we'll really be getting somewhere. That's a big if. Fog destroyed or fog rift sealed. And then if we picked anything else up from it, I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, wait, where did all these fog creatures come from? We destroyed the rift, what is happening? Good gosh, this thing is very difficult to defeat. And it keeps like knocking me out, and then it comes back and it knocks everyone over, and then it damages everybody. Good gosh.
We're pretty good, huh?
What an encounter. What a time and a half. Alright. Well. Did we get any black crystals for that? Oh, we did. We got one. If you had any doubts whatsoever about what we would be doing with that, then where have you been this whole time? What Let's Play have you been watching? Because I know it's not this one. Because we've been down here like 12 times trying to figure out what this thing is all about. We've finally done it. Let's see where it takes us. Let's see to where the road goes. I'm assuming just straight up, which I'm okay with. Let's go, ether lifts, baby!
Going up!
Absolutely, we finally are. We absolutely are. You're right about that, Rexy, my boy. What have we got up here that's made it all worth it? Maybe that kid's parents? That is a relic. We can take a peek. I would absolutely love to take a peek. We'll see what's inside of here. We got ourselves an Affinity growth kit. That's nice to have. Relic claimed. There's a place to build an ether slide now, which might be one of the other question marks that's been on this map for a long time. So we'll go ahead and do that. We've got a few black shards to spare, so we're not running out right now, which is handy. One wonders where this will take us. One wonders to where the road will lead. That direction, right up and out. Let's ride them, boys.
Nothing like the wind in your hair!
Nice. And that's brought us to this ledge. Oh my gosh, it's this ledge. This ledge here, from this region. I am looking at it. There's some ether over here. But from down there, we could... I don't know if we could see the ether channel, but we knew there was something up here. Remember, we kept getting into fights with guys, like, right over there. And is that another ledge? Is that where this one leads to? Is this going to lead us all the way back around? I think I joked about that. I theorized. I was like, well, we'll just do a series of these, and it'll eventually lead me all the way back to those ruins and then the Vermilion Woods. But I didn't actually expect that to be the case. That was a bit. We'll see how far this goes. I mean, we're going to run out of crystals eventually, so if this is, like, much longer. 6 out of 10 field crafting things. Oh my goodness. Ravaged Village. I don't really see villages in this game much, do you?
Matthew, this place.
Oh.
Kyra's settlement.
Right. We saw a flashback
We were going to
about
build
that.
a second city. Her family and others came here to lay the groundwork.
And now, there's not even a single city left anywhere. But I swear, I'll rebuild it one day, in memory of Granddad, and all the other fallen.
Yes, you will. You
Yeah.
absolutely will.
Ah, right. I've been meaning to say this for a while, but once the city's rebuilt, you'll come with, won't you, eh? You know you'll always be welcome.
That's, well, that sounds good, actually. I'll think it over.
We'll see. There is a mystery 7th founder that we don't know anything about, and it could be A. Oh, good, this again. We actually need more of these, so this is actually fantastic timing. Oh, how does it keep managing to spawn these things right as we break it? How does it do that? Oh, we can build an ether mast here. That's actually fantastic. Whoa, that guy. That guy's not been there before. That guy there is new. There's been big guys there before. I mean, there's not been big guys. There's been, like, guys like him there before, but not a big one. That is different. I didn't realize new bosses would be coming in after we took care of older ones. But yeah, let's build an ether mast. Let's see what all we've missed in this region so far. I'm imagining probably a lot more than we would have thought. Easy does it there, buddy. Don't get gaseous over it. It's not that exciting. Alright, let's have a look at that there map. It actually might be very exciting. Well, first off, there's a question mark literally right there. Unknown mass signal, like, directly next to us. As well as one down here at the end. And then, kind of actually in the rest of this territory, not so much. It looks like we found most things here already. Although there's some stuff up here, but we haven't figured out how to get down here yet. This is the ruins of where we fought that magnificent beast previously, I think. And I kept saying, like, oh, we'll go down there eventually. But we're kind of moving in a different direction, although it might fold back around. This might all fold back around. I don't know. We'll see. I love that this is all one continuous region, though, with no kind of breaks in it. That's fantastic. It really does make me think of X. Xenoblade Chronicles X has an absolutely insanely massive world. If you've not played X and you like 1 and 2 and 3 or any of them, listen, X is a good game. It's not going to fit into the Klaus trilogy that I know of yet. We'll see. But it's really good. And it has a lot of really interesting things going on in it. So, highly recommended. Oh yeah, we could build another ether slide here. There's that ledge! There's that ledge from the second region we go to where we found Glimmer and Nikol. So we're getting close! If this shoots across the gap to those ruins, then my gosh, we're getting really, really close.
Wonder where it leads.
Oh my good gosh, this is incredible. Oh! Okay, what have we got going on here? Who is this? This is a Turkin. We're helping the Turkin. We're saving the underdog. I mean, he looks like he's out of health, so I don't know how much good we're going to be doing him here. He's going to die any minute now. Maybe he'll tell us he's from a long line of Turkin chefs. That would be interesting. It's just weird to me still. I think we talked about this in a previous installment. That, like, Nopon have culture and are respected by humans, but then Turkin, who are literally chefs in all rest, they're like renowned chefs. They're like, no, that's vermin. The Lizalfos, that's not what they're called. The Ignas, that's what they are. They're also treated similarly roughly. It's ridiculous to me. Like, what are the rules that don't govern this? Nopon are literally just cotton buds. By the way, the introduction of Nopon in X is all-time classic. There's a reason I freaked out about how the potatoes look in this game. I'll just say that. He died, didn't he? Yeah, he died. We weren't able to save him. That's a shame. We do have a slide up here, but there's also eggs, and I guess we need to deal with the eggs. Man, I really wish that we still had our bonus XP. I hate that it only lasts 20 minutes, because it's up so soon and I've forgotten about it. That really does suck. Oh, also, there's just like a relic here, just kind of hidden, tucked away, next to this smart Rogel. Okay, now that he's dealt with, let's go ahead and see what we've got inside of here. Probably an accessory upgrade kit, or gems. Art! Neither of the ones that I guessed. Unfortunate. Well, can we slip past these guys and just go ahead and build ourselves an ether slide? Yeah, look! We know exactly where we are, and it looks like we may know exactly where this is going. Although it looks like it's going to go to the top of that building over there, which isn't what I expected. I expected we would go inside of that thing. But, oh, it's not going to the building at all. It's just going to that other ledge. Alright, well that's fine. Can we go back to that little building? Oh my gosh, look at that. I never noticed that there before. Are we supposed to get up there to that, whatever it is? Alright, so can we actually run along this ledge? Let's activate this thing first and determine whether or not that's a thing we need to do. It would really be unfortunate to fall off the world and plummet to our deaths and have to respawn all the way back at the start of this, because I feel like that's what it would do. It would spawn us back at the bottom of the first ether slide, and we'd have to go all the way back here. So is there any reason... There is a question mark over there. Okay. So it looks like this is a bit of a jumpy puzzle. Do we want to go from, like, down here or from up there? Let's see. Jump. Jump! Literally, I hit the button! I hit the button! I'm not joking! This isn't a bit! I don't want to look. I don't want to...
That was seriously...
Oh, this is so much worse! Absolutely just unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable. All the way back here. Okay. So what happened last time is I think I waited too long to jump. Oh my gosh, I almost didn't make it again, and now auto run got turned on because I pushed in the darn... Stop it. Stop that. That's a recipe for disaster, and I'm not talking about that quest from RuneScape. Palace of Balatis? Balatis? Really? I mean, that sounds questionable, does it not? Oh my goodness. Nice. Gem unlock kit. Very exciting. Very cool stuff. Well, we finally made it. I knew the very first time I laid eyes on this place that this was a place we would eventually end up. And here we are. We also knew that that was there, didn't we? Because we saw that previously, and I was like, yeah, we're definitely going to be able to get up there at some point. Jump! And is this that ledge? It is. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, wait, no, there's something else up there. Oh, Shrek off! Oh, what is this? That looks really familiar. I don't know why. I definitely feel like I've seen that before. I've seen this before, too. What is this, though? Why does this look so familiar? Alright, well, first things first, let's get the ether channel. Then we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. They should have given us, like, a ladder we could rebuild so that we could get back up here, or, like, a rest spot halfway along the way. But ether channel's harvested. Why does this look so familiar? Is this from 2? Oh, it looks so freaking familiar. Alright, well, we've got to get up there now. So, I don't think there's any way to fast travel back up here. They didn't even give us one at the deserted village. Yeah, no, it's literally all the way back to here. To be fair, this doesn't really take all that long. It took a long time the first time around because we'd never been this way before, and we had to, like, you know, do all the exploration and everything. It'd be nice if you had a sprint in this game. You know what game does have a sprint? Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. It's a good game. I want to see it on Switch. Or Switch 2. I want to see X2. They got me hooked on that world and hooked on that story, and then they just dropped those threads. Like we're just never gonna pick back up with them at any point, which is a darn shame, because it would be awful to leave that abandoned the way that they did. It was so good, and you could tell they were going somewhere interesting with it, or they were at least setting it up so that they could go somewhere interesting with it in the future. You'd like to think that they would. I don't know. Are these guys gonna leave me alone? Please leave me alone. I'm trying to just slide around here. I want to be left alone. Right. And yeah, there's stuff to find down there. I see that now, game. Thank you. I see that all of it is a container. That's literally the only thing back here to collect. That is frustrating. I just didn't see it before, so I didn't know. But there we go, and that's container 7 of 7. And that is beautiful. I'm curious now what is left to do in this segment of the map. You'd think it'd be completed, but we're only at 7 of 8 locations. There's 3 more unique monsters and 1 more enemy territory. I mean, has that stuff spawned since then? There is something peculiar over there. Vermilion Wood. That includes, yeah, all of this up here. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 question marks in the map. Oh my gosh, wait, we had a secret area right back here. We could have fast traveled to Palace of I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner. That would have saved us a lot of time. Well, too late now. Let's go see what this is. I'm imagining it's going to be a wee monster that we need to fight. or something of the like. And it's possible that it might be bound by time of day or night. So we might have to fast travel back here again in a bit. Or maybe just when we arrive, it'll spawn in. It's definitely not there right now, because it's the faded out question mark. So, yeah. I feel like when it's actually here, it'll be a solid, bold question mark. We do it by fast traveling back to here at different times of day, and then opening up the map to see whether or not it is bold, or whether or not it is still kind of faded. So see, it's still kind of faded right now, so there's nothing back there, presumably. But then again, like, how many times are we going to do this? Alright, well, I tried all of the primary times of day, and we didn't get nothing, so I think we're going to go see what these are right now. I know that this is not progressing the plot. I apologize. Oh! Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's associated with this. I feel like it must be. Has a whole friggin' camp formed over here around this wreckage? It has. Right, it kind of makes sense they would come back for their stuff. Do I want to deal with this right now? I'm in the area. Overall, that didn't take too long. And we got a ton of XP out of it because we had... Oh, we're level 46 now. We have Tender Boiled Lobster currently. So, yeah. I think that's 20% base XP boost, and then it builds after each successful defeat. And then also big collectible drop boost. I don't know if that's going to benefit us any, really, the collectible drop bit. But, satisfying. Very satisfying. Okay, so one of the other question marks is right here, and if we're going to judge off of what the map says, it looks like we've done everything in Vermilion Woods except for 2 remaining unique monsters. Now, one is there, and I said 2, but actually there's 3. We've defeated 3 of 6, and if you can do basic math, you'll know that means there's 1 more. But I don't know where. I'm not seeing any more question marks around here. Unless, I mean, and it's always possible there's one just right in front of me and I'm not seeing it. But also, it could be that one of these question marks is 2 monsters. There could be 2 monsters there. But neither of these actually have monsters present, and I don't know if maybe I have to do something to unlock them and have them spawn, or if maybe they only spawn at certain times of day or under certain weather conditions. I could look it up, but I'm not going to right now. What? Radicalized God? Oh, we saw him earlier. We did see him earlier, and we're questioning how he got there and why. Why did I backtrack, though? Why did I do that? Why did I not simply carry on from this point? Doesn't it... Wait a minute. We're trying to get across the bridge and do the plot. I'm so sorry, folks. Let's go do that. I remember now! We got down here and we cleared out, like, a little fog rift. And then we ran away because we wanted to go use that crystal. Okay, well, we're back here now. And I don't actually know what the correct way to go is. But this is going up. And usually going up's good. Fallen Gate of Lucaria or Ulsaria. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Looks like that might be leading to the bridge. Does this all double back around though? And I mean, the real question is, where does that direction lead? But we can find that out later. For now is for story. Alright, so we finally made it to the bridge. And you might think, geez, Reese, that wasn't really a long journey. I promise you, I was trying to get up here as quickly as possible, but everything on the way wanted to fight me. Good thing we do have a camp here, so we can fast travel back now. Not that we're leaving. We are going to go over some things in the menu, though. 19 hours in! Wowzers, okay. Still don't have a painted totem board, don't know where that comes from. Meat and gooseberry stew, flat 40% XP boost. Not as useful if you're fighting large clusters of enemies, but we haven't been. It's mostly been like 1 or 2 guys fighting us in the way. So there are no gems to decrease aggro. I know there are accessories for it, but I went ahead and made Brimming Spirit 3 and then upgraded Perilous Presence to 4 so that hopefully we can get our 2 characters that are supposed to be drawing aggro to actually draw aggro and not me, Rex, constantly having it. So it looks like A is the only one that doesn't have her second unlock slot open, and we have some left over. I don't see on the screen how many, but it might be time to start introducing them for certain characters, like Shulk. Oh, okay, we got 3 left apparently. Well, now we've got 2 left. We'll go ahead and get one for you as well, and then probably, I'll tell you what, I see A doing most of the healing. Maybe that's just what I'm paying attention to. Oh, great. We can further increase the amount of aggro generated. Ooh, we can do the same for Nikol. So everything that we can do with not Pyra. What is her name? Glimmer has been done. Oh, no. I can only unlock the gem on one of them. Oh, I guess we're gonna go Shulk, but that's entirely arbitrary, that decision. So we're gonna get rid of a 30% attack boost and replace it with a reduced aggro generated from auto attacks by 40%. And hopefully that helps. And then finally, we are going to fast travel back to the rest stop we are currently at, but change the time of day. And now after spending 20 minutes at that camp, I think I can finally cross and not fall through that hole. That was an obvious... Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Surrogate Fitzpatrick? What kind of a name is that? This hasn't actually helped me, by the way. As you can tell, I'm still drawing aggro. After everything I've done to try to reduce that, I'm still the one drawing aggro. It's a bit weird to start with the healer attack, but it'll boost the TP from the next person to act by 25%. And the next one to act has 122 TP already. So... that's gonna be like... about 200, almost 250? Not too shabby. I don't know. Sometimes you'll do these chain attacks and it'll feel like you've done the most damage you've ever done. It's not. We've done more than that in the base game, but in the DLC, that's the most damage we've ever dealt at once. That's crazy. That's all thanks to Fitzpatrick, everyone. Do we attack the eggs now? I'd feel bad to leave them behind now without their surrogate keeper. I don't know. Oh, they're hatchlings now. They've actually managed to hatch. And we're just viciously assaulting them. Oh, this is just wrong in so many levels. Why is this game the way that it is? Why is it chosen to be like this? It didn't have to. Well, folks, it's finally happening, in case you haven't noticed. At long last! We're finally across the bridge! We did it! Oh, and we're so close now to wherever the heck it is we're trying to... I don't even know what... I like that you can see More Ordain's hand over there still. I feel like More Ordain is just looming over all of this, like a dark specter on the horizon. I'm assuming we're going to see it get destroyed or completely absorbed in an annihilation event, because it's not around in the base game. And, oh my goodness, look at this. I like that this is already just here and waiting for us. That's odd. Also, what about... Okay, I've got a question, but it can wait.